Hi guys, promised I'd get this video out today. Welcome to Tactical Insights. This is our new YouTube channel. We're pretty new to YouTube, so we're just going to throw some videos out here right away and get some stuff rolling. We have a lot of ideas of where we're going to go with it. Some of the things that this channel is designed to do is start a dialogue. I believe that it's important that we get out and we start talking and looking and see what other people have. Some of the stuff we're going to cover in our series, we're going to talk about self-defense, we're going to talk about firearms, we're going to talk about some survival stuff, we're going to have guests, we're going to do active shooter response questions, we're going to do church and security ministry issue, we're going to have some guests on. Next month I'm going to be going to the International Law Enforcement Educator Trainers Association Conference, meeting up with some guys that I met several years ago, and we're going to have some guests on, so some questions reference close security or close protection. Which is what these guys do in Europe, event security, things like that. So if you're interested in that type of field of work, if you're interested in that kind of career choice, then definitely stay posted to those videos. We're going to have some of the guys on to have some questions and have some just a great dialogue with those guys about how you can get into that world. So who's this guy, right? You know, you see another tactical site on YouTube, you see another opportunity to say, okay, well, you know, here, this guy's going to tell me everything he knows and how great he is. And I'll tell you now, there are all kinds of YouTube channels out there that are sharing tactical knowledge, okay? And I use the word tactical pretty loosely. I won't badmouth any other guys that are running videos. Everybody has an opinion. I question anyone that says that they have the answer. I've been in this world long enough to understand that there is no one right answer for every situation. One of the things I know about tactical operators is that they're some of the most adaptable people you'll ever meet. They're the guys that can adapt themselves to different situations regardless of what's happening, and they can make decisions based on that, as opposed to following some regimented idea that in every case this is the right answer. Sometimes it's a right answer. Some of the guys that I watch on YouTube, I spent a lot of time kind of watching to see what other guys were doing, and I was disturbed by some, I was intrigued by some. Most all of them, I got something out of it, which is just who I am. So this is, you know, this is just another video. Everybody's going to look and say, well, okay, who's this guy? And I'll tell you right off the bat, I'm not the expert. All right, I've not won every fight I've ever been in. Okay, I've done some things right, I've done some things wrong. But I have learned from those things that I've done right and wrong, and I've watched what other people are doing, and we're gonna talk about a lot of those different issues as we move forward. I'm looking forward to being able to share some of those experiences with you guys to kind of give you an idea of where we come from. So if you're really interested in what my bio is, I'm not going to talk about myself here a bunch and tell you everything I've ever done in my life. There's a whole lot of stuff out there that that may be relevant to you, maybe not. My bio is on my website at www.tactical-insights.com, or you can Google my name, Corey Roberts. That'll probably come up. I wrote a book, and that usually comes up first. But if you're really interested in that, what you need to know is really I'm a full-time police officer in a small town in Iowa, fairly small town compared to most. We run a multi-jurisdictional emergency response tactical team. I started as a training officer with that several years ago, and I'm currently the tactical commander of that tactical team. Just retired from 20 years in the Iowa Army National Guard last year. Retired as an armor officer. Deployed a couple of times to some real armpits of the world. Nothing special. I've got instructor certifications, and I've got this and I've got that. But I'll tell you now that what I want to share on this video is not impart my vast amounts of knowledge on anyone. What I want to do is just start a dialogue. I love to be able to sit with guys, whether or not this is your first time you've really looked at the tactical world, or whether or not it's something you've been involved with for 20, 30 years. I love to be able to take an opportunity to learn from other people. One of the commitments that I made when I became an instructor with firearms, defensive tactics instructor, when I started acquiring these instructor certifications, one of the commitments I made was that regardless of what class I'm either teaching or a student in, I'm going to walk away with a nugget of knowledge. There's something here that I can get. Sometimes, even watching the YouTube videos from people, there's things that I learn. And I made a commitment a long time ago that I'm going to pick something up. There's something here for me to learn. Sometimes what I'm learning is what not to do. But I can always learn something from everyone. We have our NRA basic pistol shooting courses. I bring people in, they say, man, I've been shooting shotguns my whole life. I've never had anything to do with a handgun. Let's learn about handguns. And I make a commitment at that point that this guy's going to teach me something. I'm going to learn something today from this guy. That's really what I want to do with this YouTube channel, is to be able to take that and just start sharing knowledge. We love questions. We love debate. As long as you're respectful in a debate, we won't put up with any racist crap or any of that stuff. We're not going to deal with that. We'll just get rid of you. What we do want to do is have a great dialogue with people that are willing to share information. I don't consider myself a prepper in the traditional sense. I do believe in being prepared. I'm not going to get on here and tell you I've got 5 years worth of food and I'm ready for anything that ever comes up, and on and on and on. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not a prepper in the traditional sense. I do believe in being prepared. And we're going to talk about some of that in what I call the tactical mindset in one of these other videos, being prepared for different kinds of situations. But I believe the greatest survival tool that you will have in your kit bag is knowledge. There's several reasons for that. Number one, knowledge is an infinite resource. Nobody can ever take it away from you. The government can't take it away from you. The bad guys can't take it away from you. Even your friends who are trying to be helpful can't take that away from you and leave you without that resource. It's an infinite resource that you can gain. You can gain yourself a skill set. You can gain knowledge about where you should go, about things you should do, and you can share that knowledge without it losing its value. So I believe the greatest survival tool in your kit bag is knowledge. And everywhere, if you make a commitment that I'm going to learn something, I'm going to get something from this situation, approach every negative situation with, what can I learn from this one? I think it's a huge step forward, especially if you want to get into the tactical world, if you believe in any kind of, if you're a survivalist, if you're a firearms enthusiast. This is definitely one of the number one things that you need to be paying attention to, is what can I learn from this situation, so that I now have that in my kit bag and I can move forward with it. Here's what I want you to do. Subscribe to our channel. Hit like at the bottom of the video. The more likes we get, the better off we are. Visit us on Facebook. It's Tactical Insights LLC. Feel free to contact us at any time. Check out the website. We'd love to have you guys start following our videos. We're not trying to make $1 million. All of us that are doing these videos, we all have full-time jobs. This is something we just decided we wanted to do. So if you've got questions, if you've got something you'd like us to talk about, hit us up. We'll be happy to do that. Again, if you're respectful, we'll debate it. If you want to throw a flag on something we say and say, man, that didn't work for me and here's why, we'd love to talk to you about it, because we're here to learn from you as well. So if you've got something great, share it out there. If you're interested in taking some firearms classes, we'd love to have you come visit some of our classes. So again, welcome. We look forward to having you check out our video series. We will see you hopefully next week, where we'll get another video out. The next video we're going to do is what I call the tactical mindset. We're going to talk about what that definition of that is to me, and how we apply that to not just self-defense, not just firearms, but how we can apply that to everyday life. How we can apply that. You notice that the tagline on our business is the tactical mindset for everyday life. I believe in taking everything that we learn and looking at what is the practical application. There's some really cool tactics and techniques and some look cool guy stuff rolling around in the mud and doing some stuff. So I always look back at what is the practical application. And you'll see a lot of that in our videos. What's the practical application of anything that we're going to teach? So we'd love to have you. Stay posted. We'll see you next time.